Previously on Survivor.
Mr. gets a Zoom together, basically discussing splitting votes between Justin and AJ.
I got the idol.
Let's go.
Nice.
Okay, got it. We got it. They can have it.
Me, Brad, and Sean were texting each other like, we're not really trusting this whole Mr. and Siobhan thing. Like, what if we don't vote for Justin and AJ and we end up voting for Siobhan?
I think that there's a core alliance in the game. Lexi, Sean, and Andrew. I'm looking to get rid of the power bases in the game.
I mean, I want Siobhan out of the game now.
Everyone realizes that Siobhan is the one with two idols, and everyone has figured out that you two are working together.
If anybody has a hidden immunity idol and you'd like to play it, now would be the time to do so.
I would like to play one on myself. I would like to play another one on Andrew.
I would also like to play my immunity idol.
We have a tie. We are going to re-vote. 6-person voted out of Survivor Zoom Island and the 6th member of our jury, Lexi. Lexi, the tribe has spoken. It's time for you to go.
I feel really strong.
Literally, way better.
Don't really know where people can I come get?
Not stop.
Oh boy, is it shocked. Yeah, it's probably over. The original plan was to tell Frank that we were all voting Siobhan and then blindside Frank. What I was not aware of, that it was not the plan to do that. We ultimately wanted to get Siobhan out, and I rolled with it and did not think she would play both of her idols to save Andrew. Did not expect to see my name out there, but now that I know, you know, it's just, I gotta turn up the game a little bit.
I mean, it was expected to blow up in our faces the moment Brad told Frank our plan. A little upset I played my idol. I mean, I did feel safe in the moment playing that idol, but it was unnecessary, didn't need to happen.
Somehow I made it another week in Survivor. I thought that everyone was going to vote for me, and I was gonna do like some performance art where I was gonna bash Lexi in front of everyone in a last-ditch effort to get some votes off me and onto her, and like maybe like, you know, do a bit of a murder-suicide. But I'm glad I didn't, because that was not necessary, because no one voted for me. People voted for most other people besides me. But in the end, my desired results was achieved. We got Lexi out through some trickery that was mostly the doing of Frank, it seems.
Dude, Siobhan and Frank were a little too glorious about the vote tonight, and that vote was engineered by me in the end.
There's a piece of paper here that I wrote, and it shows where we think votes are going based on information Frank got, and how we're going to split our votes, and depending on if Justin plays an idol, how we would do the re-vote. I think this is good for my game because it gets out someone who is going after me and either Lexi or Brad while keeping the other around. I don't personally want to target Brad. I want to keep that door open if Patrick comes back, so I don't want to look like I was ever targeting Brad.
Today's challenge is not only an immunity challenge, but it is also a reward challenge. So one of my favorite segments on Survivor is when they do rewards. Specifically, you know, sometimes they have like a sponsorship with the rewards, like in a couple seasons.
Shut the fuck up. Is this Applebee's? Are you kidding me?
So my favorite edition is the Outback Steakhouse reward. What that means is the winner of this immunity challenge will win immunity, but will also win a $15 gift card to Outback Steakhouse. Worth playing for?
I'm way locked in now.
I'll do anything for a bloomin' fucking onion.
Today's immunity challenge is called Touchy Subjects. Here's what's going to happen. I'm going to send you all a Google form. I want you to answer each question honestly to the best of your ability. And then I'll explain how the rest goes.
Miguel, you're a dick. Holy shit.
I'm going to go through each question one by one. What you're going to do is you are going to, on your paper, write down the name of the person who you think had the most votes from people. So basically, you're trying to guess what the majority answer was. And then I'll say 3, 2, 1, show, and everybody will show who they put, who they think the majority answer is. And then everybody who is right will get a point. We're going to do this up until 15 questions through. And then whoever has the most after 15 questions will win immunity. If there is a tie, we're going to go into like sudden death. So the next person to get ahead in points will win after that. First question, who is most likely to be cast on Real Survivor? 3, 2, 1, show. All right. I see Justin put Mr. I see Justin. Siobhan, what does yours say? Andrew. Frank says Frank. Brad says Mr. Sean says Mr. Mr. says Frank. The correct answer was Frank. Second question. Who doesn't deserve to still be in the game?
I want to go on record as saying, like, I don't believe in what I've written down. I'm just trying to make a wild guess.
Ready, everybody? 3, 2, 1, reveal. All right, I see a Brad, Frank, a couple AJs. Correct answer is AJ, so that is Siobhan, AJ, and Mr. AJ laughing. Who would you trust with your life? 3, 2, 1, reveal. All right, I see Frank put Andrew, I see Frank, I see Sean, Brad said Justin. The correct answer is Frank, so that is Siobhan and AJ.
I'd also die for you, Frank.
Who do you want to vote out next? 3, 2, 1, reveal. All right, I see AJ, Frank, Siobhan, Justin, and Brad, a wide variety of answers. The correct answer is Siobhan. Question number 5. Who have you warmed up to the most? There are 2 correct answers here. 3, 2, 1, reveal. All right, I see Frank, AJ, Sean, and Brad. The correct answers are Frank and Sean. Who is least likely to survive alone in the wilderness? There are 2 correct answers for this one. Reveal. All right, I see a bunch of Siobhans, a couple Misters. The correct answer are both Siobhan and Mr. So everybody gets a point.
All right, so Siobhan and I should not go into the woods, is what you're saying.
Is it because I'm a woman?
Who is the most attractive? 3, 2, 1, reveal. I see Sean, Brad, Justin, and Frank putting himself. Correct answer is Sean. Who can't keep a secret? 2, 1, reveal. I see Brad, Frank, Siobhan. Correct answer is Brad. So Justin, Sean, and Frank.
Wait, what question was this?
Who can't keep a secret? Who wrongly thinks they are in control of the game? Reveal. I see Frank, Sean, Siobhan, Mr., and Miguel. Correct answer, Mr. AJ was the only one who got that. Who is most likely to stab you in the back? There are 2 correct answers. Reveal. I see Siobhan and Frank. Correct answers, Mr. and Frank. Frank was the only one who got it. Who is the smartest? Reveal. Everybody put Frank. Correct answer is Frank. everybody gets a point. Who is most likely to win the game? And reveal. I see Mr., AJ, Frank, and Sean. Correct answer, Frank. Who is the life of the party? Reveal. Everybody put Siobhan except Brad put himself. So everybody gets a point except for Brad. Who is getting coal from Santa? Reveal. We got everybody putting Siobhan except for Frank. Correct answer, Siobhan. So everybody gets a point except for Frank. This is the last question coming up before sudden death begins. Who has a hidden immunity idol? 3, 2, 1, reveal. I see a combination of Frank's and Siobhan's. The correct answer is Frank. So AJ and Mr. are going to move into sudden death. Who is having a quarter life crisis? 3, 2, 1, reveal. Both put Mr. Both are correct. All right, next question. Who is most likely to win this immunity challenge? 3. Mister's giving me some hand signals. He's trying to think. He's putting on his thinking cap. Brad leaning way back in his seat. 3, 2, 1, reveal. Both put AJ. Both are incorrect. The correct answer was Mr. Who is most likely to not wash their hands after using the bathroom? 3, 2, 1, reveal. AJ put Brad. Mr. put Siobhan. Correct answer is Brad. AJ wins individual immunity, guaranteeing himself a spot in the final 6. Congratulations, AJ.
Thank you very much.
Andrew, what the fuck?
I always wash my damn hands after taking a shit.
That's so interesting that you guys put Brad for the hands washing that one. I feel like he's one of the cleanest people I know.
Thank you, Miguel. Means a
I
lot.
got your back, bro.
So I have the immunity idol. I have not told anyone, and I don't think I will. I think I'm going to keep this one tight with me for the week. What happened was Frank solved it, said, I think it's the real survivor was the friends we made along the way. He's like, I'm not sure. So I quickly typed it and sent it in before he could do it. And then he sent it in and was like, oh no, I didn't get it. And I was like, oh no, I'm struggling too. So they think that Sean or Justin has it. I'm gonna keep it that way. I didn't get the challenge win. That's disappointing, but I got an idol. So I got life in this game.
Things could start moving very quickly tomorrow because as far as I know, the group of 3/4 that are in control of this vote haven't necessarily come to their conclusion yet. Specifically because AJ, as far as I understand it, tends to make his decision very late, and he doesn't really start thinking about the votes until the weekend before. This very well could turn into another story of AJ wakes up the morning of Tribal, decides what name he wants to send home, and just like Pat and Lexi, it happens, which is crazy that that worked twice. Even crazier that it very well could happen again because he has immunity this week. If he didn't have immunity, I think there would be a very strong case against him. And as soon as he doesn't have immunity, he's probably going home.
I've kind of been initiated into the Frank, Siobhan, Andrew clan, which I wasn't even totally sure existed. I feel like an imposter, but I'm just, they're cool. I'll just keep going with them. I don't really have another choice.
But for this vote at least, I'm really hoping I get a early Christmas present of AJ's giving me a text tomorrow morning, or I don't know, possibly even like 5 minutes before Tribal saying, this is who you're voting for, you'll survive. And if he does, I'm gonna take it because I'm pretty confident that my name is on the chopping block this week. And unless I hear something tomorrow that is giving me a better option, I'm gonna be writing his name down.
Siobhan, Frank, and I had a conversation earlier in the week. They don't want to go after you, Brad. They were in between Sean and Justin. I know I'm the third of three in that group. And if I were to go with the two of them to final tribal, I would not catch a vote.
Mr. Reaching out is the interesting part of the lead up to this tribal so far. As soon as the vote ended and Lexi left the Zoom call last week, I immediately called him because I first wanted to know, okay, who leaked this? Mr. confirmed that Frank was the one who leaked it and said that he wants to work with me and Brad moving forward. Frank and Siobhan have the power right now. Mr. and AJ are the number 3 and 4 within that group. He's concerned that he might just get cut loose.
I feel like I'm in a weird spot in this game right now because I'm riding their coattails, but the moment I flip on them, I become the biggest threat in the game because I get perceived as that, the one who broke up that alliance. So I'm in a weird spot where I want to break them up, but my biggest fear is the moment I do, everyone else turns on you. And I understand the logic on the moment that I break them up. Your best move is to then take me out.
Last week, we were able to pull off a big move. Getting rid of Lexi is a huge move. It's the maybe the most shocking and big vote this game. But that does not necessarily mean that I can start to rest on my laurels a little bit. I think if anything, the fact that we were able to just do that kind of worries me more now than I was before. Whether it was my intention or not, I've kind of established myself as a little bit of a threat now. I've had an idol, I've had an advantage. I was clearly a major agent behind the Lexi blindside, and I think if we were at the end right now, if we had a 7-person final tribal, I could make something of a case for myself to win. I know in Survivor, there is a danger in peaking too early, where you see strong players who, if you let them be, have an excellent chance to finish in the game, but usually people don't do that, and they end up, being members of the jury after the merge. So that is kind of the danger that I'm running right now. I wouldn't be that surprised if I'm even one of the favorites to go home, if things quickly turn on me or Siobhan perhaps this week. Just because we've pulled off a big move and this game is heading in the direction that I want it to, doesn't mean we need to stop being careful. It probably means I need to be more so.
It seems like things are up in the air, but it's all concentrated on the side with me, Sean, and Brad. I talked to AJ. AJ's thinking Brad.
I still am not totally sure who I'm going to vote for yet, but I want to vote for Brad. I don't think he wants me in this game. I don't picture myself working with him. I don't think there was any chance of me being on his side ever since I blindsided Patrick. I just don't see us working together. Whereas Sean and Justin, I think it can happen. I think Brad's got to go.
I just don't think we can trust AJ at all. Even if we went to him and said, all right, here's our plan, or if we gave him a fake plan, he's going to align with them 100%, I think. Because right now they have the power, and I don't know, he just hasn't really had a very big social game. So
I don't understand how 2 votes in a row, he showed up with a name and suddenly Siobhan and or Frank are just on board.
Siobhan was on board both times.
Yeah, and then I guess he wasn't
last
Frank.
time and got Frank this time. Yeah, he's definitely a threat. I honestly think that if he isn't taken out in the next 2, he's going to win this game.
Who has immunity? AJ, right?
And that's the problem, because I think if it were anyone else, I would probably come to you guys and say, we need to get AJ out of this game, whatever it takes.
Sean is very confused right now because he doesn't want to vote Brad, but we're thinking it might be the safest thing to do and live another round.
I'm wondering if, as insurance against people realizing that we're the threat and we need to be ganged up on now, if there is logic in using the steal a vote this week.
If you steal a vote, it would encourage them to play the idol. It could also be tactical about who we steal to try to give the impression of who we're going for.
Yeah, I'm wondering even like if we steal and get like AJ or someone else to vote with us, then we can split votes 3-2 and like guarantee we get someone.
Exactly. We guarantee we split between Brad, Justin, Sean, Justin.
Yeah, probably give Justin 3 so that if he doesn't play the idol, he's gone. And then if it's 2, there's a 2-2 tie, and if AJ or whoever's really with us, we have the majority. My big worry is that people are smart. I don't want to underestimate them realizing that the 3 of us are the threat to be dealt with right now.
I think at least for this vote, we should include AJ in on scheming and kind of be like, oh, AJ, who do you think? Like,
yeah.
I think he'll probably say Brad.
Yeah.
And my just thing is, I don't know if voting Brad out is smart right now because he's not going to win challenges. He has never been like daring to win a challenge. I would be more fearful of Sean or Justin.
Frank is going to play still about tonight. It is important for me to get it out of the game, so that it just comes down to trust and relationships. Furthermore, I have told Sean and Brad that, if they can get 3, I'll be their 4. The steal a vote will ensure that they can't get 4 and I don't have to flip tonight, while they still think they have me. So getting that steal vote played is going to make sure that I don't have to do anything crazy, while still keeping the relationship open. But tonight, Justin's going home. I think we're going to split votes, but Justin will receive the most. Justin doesn't have the idol.
Me, Frank, Siobhan, and Andrew were already arranging a split vote between Justin and someone else. And I suggested we should split between Justin and Brad for my selfish reasons, which I already described. But Frank didn't like that. And then because Frank thought that Sean was more of a threat when it comes to challenges, so Frank kind of set the record straight and was like, oh, we gotta split Justin and Sean. And so we had a Zoom session between me, Siobhan, Frank, and Andrew Mister, like immediately before Tribal began at like 9:55, and then we basically set up the game plan, and we're like, okay, so us 2 are gonna vote for Justin, and you 2 are gonna vote for Sean, like me and Siobhan. And then I was just like, yeah, and then at the last minute I didn't feel right, and I'm like, I want to get rid of Brad while I still can. And then Siobhan texted me and she's like, are you sure about your decision? I'm like, no, I want to vote for Brad. And she's like, I'm in.
Final 7. AJ, I want to start with you this week. How does it feel to have immunity?
It feels great. It's always good to, just live another day. And then on top of that, to be safe from what you all have to deal with. It's just a real joy.
Do you think having the gift of immunity makes your role within the game different? Like, are people more coming to you now? Like, do you feel kind of like, I don't know, like...
Yes, I feel like Marlon Brando and The Godfather. People are just approaching me with, their plans, and I'm just casually, making... I don't know how to finish the sentence. Yeah, it feels good.
Yeah, has anybody in particular come to you for any, ideas?
No.
Okay. Bradley, last week you were involved in a tie and you were nearly voted out. I'm just wondering, is there bad blood now between, you and the people who voted for you? Like, are you looking for revenge here?
Dude, listen. It's more than a game. It's life. You just gotta, one day at a time, whatever comes your way, comes your way. I get voted out.
Sean, I kind of have a similar question to you. Now that people voted out your girlfriend, are you looking to avenge Lexi?
Oh, 100%. Everyone is going down. No. I mean, not that actively, at least. People definitely made the shit list last week. That's just part of the game.
I'm just wondering, we're starting to get into the later stages of the game. Soon there's going to be 6 people, and the end of the game is very near. Is it too early to start thinking about who you're going to be sitting with in the final 3?
I think it's too early to make that decision because after this vote, it's 6, but then someone comes back in and it's 6 again. So you need 4 people to get through 2 votes of 6. And I think it would be crazy to see the same 4 people do it and run it back again. I think that the most important thing to make a decision is who's coming back from the edge. I think that's going to determine more than anything else how this game concludes.
Siobhan, last week you played 2 idols, canceling out 4 votes in total. Do you feel like that move has, put a bigger target on your back?
I think everyone realizes just how big my penis is, and I want to make it incredibly clear, and I didn't even have to whip it out on screen. What was the question?
Do you feel like people's perceptions of you have changed after you playing 2 idols successfully?
Oh, absolutely. Again, the big dick thing, but also, I get it. There's a target on my back. I ruined some people's games. Sorry, Sean. I played a part in voting out your girlfriend. Sorry, Lexi. Yeah. So, no hard feelings, though, hopefully.
There definitely is a target on her back. I don't know if it'll happen this week or next week or the week after, but at some point, maybe even this week, there's a good chance that old tribal lines will come back into play as the major alliances. So we'll see what happens.
Sean, if you want to fight me, let's do this real life, in person. I'll fly to Detroit right now.
You should.
I should.
8 Mile. Let's do it.
All right. For the brawl of the century.
AJ, you have immunity this week. I assume that you are keeping that?
Yes.
All right. You cannot vote for AJ. It is time to vote.
Hang on just a second, Miguel.
Yeah, what's up, Frank?
I was very publicly bequeathed an advantage earlier in this game, and I would like to use it now, if you would be ever so kind.
Yes, absolutely. Would you like to explain to everybody what your advantage is?
The advantage is a steal a vote. I can take a vote away from somebody else. They do not get a vote, and I will get 2 votes.
Frank, whose vote would you like to steal?
Brad, I'm really sorry. It's going to be you.
All right.
It's okay, man. Don't worry about it.
So with that, Brad will not vote this tribal council. He can only watch to see what happens tonight. Frank will vote twice. So with that, it is time to vote. Please text me who you're going to vote for tonight. All right. If anybody has a hidden immunity idol and you'd like to play it, now would be the time to do so. All right. Once the votes are read, the decision is final. Person voted out will be asked to leave the tribal council area immediately. I'll read the votes. First vote, Brad. 1 vote, Brad. Justin. 1 vote, Justin. Brad. That's 2 votes, Brad. 1 vote, Justin. Justin. We're tied. 2 votes, Brad. 2 votes, Justin. Brad. 3 votes, Brad. 2 votes, Justin. 2 votes left. Justin. We're tied again. 3 votes, Brad. 3 votes, Justin. 1 vote left. 7th person voted out of Survivor Zoom Island, and the 7th member of our jury, Brad. Brad, the tribe has spoken. It's time for you to go.
Good pleasure, y'all. I'll see you in 2 rounds.
Next time on Survivor.
It looks like some tides might be changing.
At some point, that group of 4 is going to be forced to break up. The 4 being Andrew, Siobhan, Frank, and AJ.
I would say that we are very in control of the game right now.
I miss the age of intrepid,
surprise moves.
We need to keep AJ in the dark on this one because he got his way last week. We need to demonstrate that he's not the one running the game. The three of us are.
I already feel like AJ's starting to replace me.
All right, we're here in con. It's still that much. Yeah.
I got late night also yesterday, so I'm already down.
You're getting this angle.
I mean, I can see if they can return a meal, but I don't think they want to. Yeah, I can use a guest meal for you. If not tonight, I can use it like later in the weekend. Well, let me think. I don't know how many meals I have left. What do I need?
This ceiling's very nice. I'm just realizing that with this camera angle.
Just in case you need lunch, dinner, or something.
I'm like taking steps. I'm not like making it like hurt.